I want to see how many words you know. Some of the words I'm going to ask you will be easy and some will be hard. If you don't know what a word means, go ahead and guess. It's okay to guess. Ready? Let's begin. Look at all these pictures. Put your finger on the picture of the word I say. Put your finger on horse. Now I'm going to say some more words. Be sure to look carefully at all the pictures you say when I say a word. You may use some of the pictures more than one time, and you may not use all of the pictures. Put your finger on mouse. Put your finger on parrot. Put your finger on pork. Put your finger on flock. Put your finger on equestrian. Put your finger on trichinosis. Put your finger on nib. Put your finger on boat. Put your finger on handlebars. Put your finger on hanger. Put your finger on aquatic. Put your finger on engineer. Put your finger on aviator. Put your finger on kneel. Put your finger on mechanic. Put your finger on postal. Put your finger on healer. Put your finger on surgeon. Put your finger on trooper. Put your finger on infirmary. Put your finger on courier. Put your finger on intern. Put your finger on footwear. Put your finger on trousers. Put your finger on breeches. Put your finger on brim. Put your finger on arches. Put your finger on digits. Put your finger on shift. Put your finger on loaf. Put your finger on seasoning. Put your finger on squeezed. Put your finger on citrus. Put your finger on rye. Put your finger on sodium. Put your finger on knead. Put your finger on bovine. Put your finger on shaver. Put your finger on cavity. Put your finger on bar. Put your finger on bristle. Put your finger on plaque. Put your finger on lather. Put your finger on vial. Put your finger on lie. Put your finger on saw. Put your finger on cord. Put your finger on excavate. Put your finger on chuck. Put your finger on grill. Put your finger on thread. Put your finger on suction. Put your finger on styling. Put your finger on griddle. Put your finger on seamstress. Put your finger on bobbin. Put your finger on canister. Put your finger on playground. Put your finger on shuffle. Put your finger on tail. Put your finger on casino. Put your finger on bonnet. Put your finger on stitches. Put your finger on horsehide. Put your finger on draughts. Put your finger on calculator. Put your finger on stamp. Put your finger on lead. Put your finger on mark. Put your finger on categorize. Put your finger on dispenser. Put your finger on graphite. Put your finger on translucent. And that concludes our test.